Alright guys, how's it going? Yeah, so you've read the title, and I ended up going to hospital, for a very, I wouldn't say odd reason, but yeah, odd at my age anyway. So basically, I'm just going to let you know what's happened, what's been going on. The situation still isn't resolved, there's no thing saying, yeah, it's this, but, you know, I'm going to tell you a bit about what's been going on. So, starting from yesterday, well, not really, I'd say a good few months. As I've said, I've had the headaches and the weakness in this side, and if you can see, there's a little bit of droopage. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a tiny little bit. And obviously it's been playing on my mind, is it a stroke, is it something like that? So yesterday I decided, you know what, I'm going to phone doctors again and see what they say. So the receptionist, we were talking for a bit and I was talking about my symptoms, and she turned around and went, you know what, go to A&E now. And I'm like, why? You're having a stroke. Like, what? So I just said, are you sure? I mean, I've had it for like a month. Yeah, go to A&E now, you're having a stroke. Like, what? And number one, you should probably send an ambulance out if that's the case. Number two, you don't just tell somebody that. So yeah, I ended up rushing to hospital, meeting my mum in town and going straight to A&E. So I was there for a bit and I got monitored. I was had my original blood pressure and all that, and obviously I was extremely anxious at the time. I'm like, oh my god, I can feel it. I can still feel it now, the heaviness and the weakness in this arm, but I'll get on a bit later about what that is. And I'm like, oh my god, it's actually happening. I'm gonna either have after effects of a mini stroke, or if I'm not careful I will have a full-blown stroke and collapse. And they're the things that's rushing through my head, as you know, with anxiety, it does, it's like, oh. But yeah, so I went and they did an examination. They're like, well, I can see that it's distressing you and I can see that you feel there's a weakness there. And I said, yeah, but I think we're not going to do anything. I'm just like, what are you doing? I'm possibly having something seriously wrong that could end my life, and you're saying, oh no, you can go. But the reason for that is, if you are having a stroke or something like that, there's always a sign. Like, they do pressure tests where they pull your arms and push your arms and stuff, and both my arms were reacting the same. But he didn't see anything, so he released me straight away, and I'm like, what am I going to do now? I came home and I was like, I don't feel comfortable. I've just come out of hospital after just being told I'm having a stroke. Like, what's happening here? Shouldn't I be monitored or something like that? As you do with anxiety. I was sitting right here, like right there, on that chair. I was sitting right there, and I was thinking, oh my god. So I rung 111, they wanted me to contact my GP. I haven't been able to do that because they don't want to talk to me. I explain my symptoms and they refuse to see me. Why, I don't know. So I've been in contact with a few doctors over the phone, and he gave me a pretty good explanation. So basically what he thinks is, as I've said, that it could be, but we didn't know. And I was especially worried because the doctors didn't explain much about it. So what's happening is, apparently I'm having a certain type of migraine. Now, this migraine doesn't tend to have a lot of pain, but for me it's in the right side of my head more than anything. and I'm getting sharp pains here in my temples. Also a bit of confusion, bit of blurred vision and particle vision and misty vision, as I've been saying. And yeah, that's scary. But he says that that's a type of migraine that affects one side of the body, and it makes you feel weak even if there's not much of a physical sign. You can definitely feel it, and there will be a little bit, because let's be fair, migraine is on the brain. So you will have a bit of muscle weakness, which is what you can see here. Well, you probably can't see, but yeah, there we go. But you will have something. So we were just talking for 10 minutes, and I'm like, alright, so what do I do to get this sorted? He says, contact your GP in the morning, I'll put your referral through. And they have an obligation to see you because of how serious you're thinking it is and your anxiety. So tomorrow, I definitely should be speaking or seeing a doctor. So yeah, I will get it sorted out. There's no definite thing that it is that, which obviously has me on edge. It's like, oh, is it, isn't it? Which for people with anxiety it is, and it's the way we are, we can't help it. That's what this channel's about, it's anxiety. I'm documenting my life and what's happening. And I think throughout me doing vlogs, I've had 3 or 4 different scenarios that I've been worrying about. And if you go back and look at my past vlogs, you'll see them. This is what life with anxiety is. And that's what I wanted to get across. So yeah, that's really how my last 2 days have been. It's been a lot of worrying and stuff like that. In terms of how I feel now, I do feel a bit uneasy, but I feel a bit more at rest than I did. But you know, what happens, happens. I can still feel it, but with the pain, he did say, you know, you're describing a migraine, but a pretty bad migraine. So I will be seeing what I can get done about it. I am still worrying, obviously, anxiety, hello, you know, back again. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick update video because I did end up in hospital, basically in A&E, thinking this could be it. So yeah, I'll leave this video here. I'll be making another video shortly, hopefully. Maybe not about my medical stuff, because that's like, well, that's me, and you don't come here to see me, you come here to sort of, I don't know, maybe help you with anxiety and depression and see what it's like from another angle. But yeah, I'll leave this video here, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow or in a few days. I can't promise anything, it's a fly buzzing around camera, but yeah, I'll see you in a few days or tomorrow.